Pokemon Horizons has given us some really cool new characters, and the man of the moment is by far Friede. He is stealing the show already with his cool, calm and collected way of battling and his wacky shenanigans. So today we're going to be predicting what Friede's full team of Pokemon could be, whether he catches new ones or already owns some that we don't know about. So let's get into it and I hope you enjoy. So first up we're going to talk about the Pokemon we already know he has, and we have Captain Pikachu. This Pokemon has really surprised me in a positive way. We were all expecting a new Pikachu to come to the series, and I think they couldn't have handled this any better. It's a powerhouse in battle, it's captain of the damn ship. It has so many cool characteristics and this really stern personality. You can differentiate it from Ash's Pikachu so easily. They've done really well in making it its own thing. It also just steals the show whenever it's in battle. It took on Amethio's Ceruledge in episode 2, and the way it battled made such an impact. It has a really solid battle style and different moves to Ash's, using Double Team and Thunder Punch, and even bringing back the iconic Volt Tackle that we haven't seen Pikachu use since Black and White. This Pokemon has been a joy to watch so far, and I can't wait to see what else it offers. Next up, his other known Pokemon is Charizard. It really is crazy that this man has been introduced with a Pikachu and a Charizard, which are literally Ash's two most iconic Pokemon. But as I said with Pikachu, I think they're doing a great job of handling it and not relying on nostalgia from Ash's. Charizard hasn't done as much as Pikachu for me, but it's still been pretty cool. He uses it in the first battle with Amethio against Ceruledge, and it does seem pretty powerful, but we haven't really had that much time to learn its true strength. It knows Flamethrower and Dragon Claw. I think there's a few ways that they can develop this Pokemon. One of them seems to be in motion already, and that is its bond it has with Fuecoco. Fuecoco already looks up to it as a fellow fire type, and I think they could grow that bond, and eventually down the line we could see a full battle between Charizard and Skeledurge, which could be some amazing payoff. And then secondly, I think why not give Charizard the Y Mega Evolution? Yeah, sure, we have Trevor, but no one really cares about that guy, so we could see Friede really take it and make it his trademark. Next, I've gone for Palafin. We have to include some Paldea Pokemon. I feel like Friede will know a lot about the region, seeing as Lico's mother hired them to be bodyguards for Lico, so he must have been to Paldea before. And I mean, come on, look at Palafin, he just looks like a Friede Pokemon, especially in its hero form. You can see Friede using this, it just has this element of goofiness to it that I feel like Friede has to him as well. He has this serious strong Pokemon like Charizard, but then he brings out this which is strong but also a little goofy. Whether we see Friede catch it on screen or he already has it, I don't mind too much, but I can already picture Friede sending this thing into battle and doing some damage with that 650 hero form base stat. Next, here's some honourable mentions, and this list was actually really tough to put together because there is over 1000 Pokemon and we don't really have any indication what sort of Pokemon Friede is going to have other than the two Kantomons that Ash already owns. I did think it would be funny if he literally owned Pokemon that Ash also had, so I think him having a Greninja would be hilarious but probably annoy people as well, so I didn't want to put that on the list. Also, Pokemon like Sceptile and Lucario would work really well because they are cool and they are strong. And then there's Lokix, I think that would fit Friede well, also to showcase a new Paldea Pokemon. And then sticking on Paldea Pokemon, I think Goldengo would also work nicely as it has this goofy nature. I'd love to hear some of your picks. Who do you think would fit Friede well? And let's get back to the list. Next up, I've gone for Iron Treads, and I feel like him being a professor has to be explored a little, and the best way to do this is with a Pokemon literally from the past or from the future. This could obviously work both ways for Iron Tusk as well, but for me personally, I just like Iron Treads a little bit more. I think this one would be a Pokemon that he'd catch in Paldea on screen, something we'd explore into a deeper storyline regarding Area Zero, Turo and Sada, and the existence of these Pokemon. It could confuse the crew at first, like where the hell did this Pokemon come from, but I think Friede capturing one could set this whole story in motion, and it could just be a cool way to get things going. In the fifth slot, I've gone for Snorlax, and there's just something about Friede that makes me want him to have one. From the moment I saw him, it's probably his connection to Charizard and Pikachu, and knowing that Ash and Red both have these Pokemon, and it makes me think of other Pokemon that he could have, and Snorlax came to mind. Snorlax was a great battler for Ash, but it never really fit onto his main team other than a short period on the Orange Islands. It would just be cool to see someone have it as a mainstay on their team and use it a lot more. It could be such a beast in battle and a funny addition to our main cast of Pokemon, aboard the brave Asagi. And finally, to finish us off, I've gone for Absol. So this might be a biased pick, it is one of my favourite Pokemon, but it's just another one of these Pokemon that I feel hasn't been given its time to shine. Finally, I got my hopes up with Goze in Pokemon Journeys. I thought it was going to be a mainstay on his team and make a huge impact, but it just didn't appear. So here I am again, hoping it gets another chance. It fits Friede pretty well design wise, it's cool, it's powerful. It has this whole sensing of danger which could come in handy for the rising Voltaclers, so I just think all around it would fit Friede nicely. But that is going to be it for this one. Make sure to let me know which Pokemon you think would fit Friede's team. It's actually quite hard because we don't know much about him still and there's just so many Pokemon to choose from, but I'd really love to hear your opinions. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.